Each year on June 16th, the African continent pauses to reflect, to remember, and to renew its promise to the children of Africa. At St.Marys Changamwe Parish, a tradition lives on. For the 11th year, the church stands tall in solidarity with Africa's most precious treasure, the African child.
I feel happy, and then I also feel very joyful because the African children are given their rights like food, shelter, clothing, and right to medication.
The Day of the African Child means a lot to me because it gives the children of Africa rights to be themselves so that they can be able to express themselves everywhere they go. They don't have to hide from other people because they know they have their right as children of Africa.
The Day of the African Child is first a different day to me. It's a celebration because I remember that we had a historical event that took place at South Africa where the children were being discriminated by the apartheid rule during that time, colonization. In 1981, these children battled with the government. They wanted education just equal to the whites that was being provided. So then the African presidents sat down after they gained independence. They sat down and said that what should we do about this day? What should the child do? So till today, from then, we've been celebrating this day every day with different themes. And today's theme is Safe and Sustainable Environment for a Child. Act Now. What I know about this theme is that we want to empower the children about their responsibility with their environment. Children have rights to a good environment, to a healthy environment, but then children also have responsibility to make sure that their environment is safe. How do you empower a child? You educate a child. Just simple things.
And you really want to show if you're happy and you know, say amen.
A lot of African children, most of the time they are facing the challenges of education because most parents, they don't have money to take their children to good schools, and even if they go to other schools, most of the parents are getting challenges of getting the school fees.
Drawn from schools and the local parish community, children came in large numbers to celebrate, to learn, and to speak out for a safer, more sustainable environment for every child.
We are in a different era where education system is changing. We are from 844 to CBE, competency. How is a child being holistically empowered? How do you empower this child to act responsibly towards the environment? Because we say that right now we are having different issues emerging, such as the global warming and climate change. But does a child know, does the child of today know that this thing is going, or this event is going to have a different impact in their future life? So that is what we are celebrating today, and we are echoing and giving thanks to the church for standing up. The church has embraced this day and has invited schools from different areas around and children around this area to come and celebrate together.
The event began with a peaceful procession, a symbolic march through the streets of Changamwe. Children and adults alike walked as one, their steps echoing a shared message. Children deserve to grow up in peace, in safety, and in dignity.
I am an African child. We had a peaceful procession so that we can show that we matter and our voices can be heard.
This year's theme, a safe and sustainable environment for children, served as both a celebration and as a challenge, reminding society of its duty to uphold children's rights and secure their surroundings. The heart of the day's event came through words, inspiring, challenging, and healing words from Richard Amwai, a passionate peer motivator and youth leader.
since the days of our parents and grandparents. Children have been secluded according to their genders. Girls, we find that girls are being secluded, they are discriminated, they cannot access education in different areas around this country. And mostly in some of our communities, these children are being secluded. You find that girls are being married very early, girls are being impregnated and forced to start families, whereas the boy child is being taken to school and the girl is discriminated. So we want gender equality because the school or the role of education is to make sure that children are they are socializing together and they are growing together.
His words lit spark of courage. For many children, it was their first time someone told them that their dreams were valid.
I also want to congratulate our peer motivator, Mr. Richard, because he really talked our language, not only Kiswahili and English, but the language of hope to the children.
And I'm also excited to be here so that we can share our talents with other children.
A child is not for the parent, but a child is for the society. Now, a society is the church, the society is the school, the society is the family. For this child to grow, you need to make sure that you open your child to the church so that the child can grow both spiritually and physically, and also the child is able to grow intellectually when you allow the child to go to school to acquire more education.
All the little friends of Jesus, let us more friends of Jesus.
Joy filled the parish compound as children expressed themselves through dance, music and poetry, each act a testimony of resilience, each smile a sign of strength.
We are Jesus like apostles.
Guiding the day with faith and wisdom was Reverend Father Anton Muigai, the parish priest and the vocations director of the Catholic Archdiocese of Mombasa.
Bearing in mind this is the year or the Jubilee year of hope, the hope that we have for these children is there is always a possibility in the future for them to grow, to exercise their faith, and also to experience their own lives. So the hope that we are giving them is there is a space also for children in the church. And the space is seen by such celebrations when we come together and when we also pray together with them. Tutasikiza Kristo akiongea na watoto wake. Kristo akiongea na nani?
Watoto wake.
Huwa anaongea na watoto wake kupitia kwa ibada gani?
This day was not just about what was done, but about what must continue. At St.Marys Changamwe Parish, they believe that every child should be seen, heard and loved. That beyond commemoration, we must commit as a church, as a family and as a society.
The church has always been talking about on behalf of those who are not able, and especially the voiceless as children, and that's why the church is always very keen in safeguarding the life of children, especially to assist them to realize themselves and also to call them on board so that they can also experience their own lives. For nurturing children faith, we go back to Christ himself saying, "Let all children come to me." That is a calling, that is also an exhortation that Jesus himself gave us, that all children, regardless of their faith, their color, and regardless of their education and background, let them all come to me. That is the calling that Christ himself gave us, and that's why we are always bringing them on board.
11 years strong and still growing, St.Marys Changamwe Parish continues to work with the African child, not just today, but every day, because the future of Africa walks in small feet, carries big dreams, and speaks with voices that must never be silenced.
The landmarks that we are pulling today, like the celebration of today and other celebrations that we have been having, like cookout and also children coming together, those are long-term projects that even those who will come after them, they will also be having those celebrations for children. That let the child experience, let them experience their youthful age, their childhood, so that they can also be proud of that.
Children of Africa, wetu na